Hello, friend. Today I'm going to bring you another video for the monitoring process, which I have had one prior, and trying to get to LogAnalytics Workspace. That's another feature that is available within the Azure portal and specifically also with the Microsoft Intune Admin Center. Azure Monitor is not necessarily require the any type of Intune connections or such. I've had videos prior to that about the monitor and alerts, but not uh, the log analytic workspace. That's what I'm going to basically perform right now. Right here within the Microsoft Intune Admin Center, if you go to the report and if you can see, I have had nothing set up for diagnostic setting yet, or log analytics, or that's another feature, workbooks in here. Um, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna head to the Azure portal and gonna go to the monitor blades. And log analytics, actually, it's one of the features that allow Azure to store logs in here and store information, and then we can go and look into those information and pull up the log. Basically, the information is going to be stored in this log analytics workspace. It's like a repository in there, obviously for logging data. Another alternative for logging information in Azure is creating a storage account. But for now, I'm gonna create a log analytics workspace. So I'm gonna go ahead and type here on the search bar analytics, as you can see, workspace. And I have had nothing created as of yet, as you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and create one here, and it's going. So I'm gonna need obviously a resource group for this. I'm gonna create a new one. Gonna put it in. This is already taken, and there's RG. See, and did accept the name. Analytics RG. This is a good name for it. Okay. And for the name, I'm gonna put log monitor. We can have, I believe we can space this one, or maybe not. We can go ahead like this. Doesn't allow us spaces. So about hyphen here, doesn't allow. Okay, log analytic monitor. This is entire name in here, which is in one word, and um, it depend on your geographic locations, wherever you are located. Go ahead and go next. If you have any tags or anything like that, you can add it here. If in productions and you have set up a lot of log analytics, and you need to be specific, you can create that tags, which I don't. Go ahead and do a review and create as this passed, validation is passed successfully, and then we go ahead and create. So this is gonna go ahead and there's a process actually, as you can see here, and I've done the, as I mentioned, alert previously. It goes and provision and create a lot of things in here, which obviously is look like it's been done successfully. You go from resource here, or you go to the resources in this space, and that's where we create a log analytic right now. So we're gonna go on the endpoint Intune right now, and then we go to reports, and we're gonna go to Azure Monitor, and there's diagnostic setting, there's log analytic. We go diagnostic settings, and as you can see here, it says diagnostic settings are used to configure streaming exports of platform logs and metrics for resources to destination of your choice. You may create up to 5 different diagnostics. So I'm going to click here and create, and you have the, as you can see, the options that you're going to select. And I'm going to go ahead and select an audit logs and operational logs and device compliance and devices. And I'm going to go ahead and store this in Workspace. Obviously, it did recognize the workspace I did just created, as you can see. And right now we have to name this diagnostics, and I'm gonna call it Intune info or data. So Intune devices monitor monitoring. I'm gonna put it as a monitoring area or monitor data. That's fine. And here, then we looked at everything is correctly, and then we clicked on save. Okay. And this is will take some time to configure and start generating. And so let's go back to log analytics in here. And as you saw prior doing the diagnostic, and when we came in here, the log analytic did not have anything in there listed, as you know. But now obviously there is a like a tutorial. This Azure Log Analytics is a tool used to produce an insight from Azure Monitor logs in here. And there is a video basically showing you that. And and again, this was not populated at the time prior creating that resource group and setting up the the process. And again, if you want to watch the videos that perform, you can do that. And again, this it will take some time in here. Um, Obviously, um, to generate the information and such. And right now, I'm not gonna be surprised if it's gonna do it the same process as we did before the 24-hour period is gonna give. But right now is just setting up and provisioning to pull up the information for me. And I'll explain you in details about every single one. So now we can run queries. Again, is the data that's been gathered basically, and the query language is called KQL. It's a Custo query language. That's the language they utilize in here. And as you can see, you can collect from Azure Monitor and Azure Resources, Azure Virtualness. You know, that's the query, or that's the information you need to collect, and each one has its own its own queries for that. And this information collections, again, can take about an hour or can take about 24 hours, same as we did previously, as I mentioned to you. The, you know, that's also a possibilities that might and as you can see the language that it will run, as I mentioned to you, it's called Custos query language. That's the language, and also one of the things I've seen it here is there is always where you can get your queries beside this your custom queries. Matter of fact, from the GitHub, and I'll show you in a minute. And as you can see, this it's gonna take some times, and as I mentioned, and it's not gonna be provided within the. We just created it about 15 minutes ago, and it's gonna go again as the VMs that I have here and here, which that's what is gonna start collecting the information for that. The other things that I mentioned to you is the area where you collect the query, which you can click here the community get repo, and also you will see a lot of queries here, as you can see. Um, if you click it here, and you can it's going to take you directly to GitHub, and go to an Azure services, and you can see a lot of folders that had queries that you know Cosmos DB, data share, which one you want to collect. Firewalls, if you want to collect the information, about the network watcher, about SQL servers, if you want, about the storage account, about virtual machine scale set, who's performing that way. For example, here we can see queries about the diagnostics and for the VMs, and how is the availability of the if there's no reports. And so basically you can download this and copy that, and or copy this query in here, and paste it to the area here where you have the documentations you wanted to run in here, and based on the query you or select the query you want. So one things I need to warn you about this definitely it collects data, and it collects information. So if you are doing it on the basis of a training, or you have one of these an Azure account that been provided to you with the credit, that I suggest at the end of this, you delete this, so it's not going to consume all your credit in here. Now, if this is something within for production, that's for sure you need to keep in here. That's for sure that you don't need to have it to have it deleted or removed. So that's the catch for this here. So again, if you are doing it this as I'm doing this for what I have from credit from Azure, I would delete this resource group. It's not going to consume your credit in here. So I would go to the resource group, and basically delete this the resource group that I have in here. can see here it has a lot of things here, and also if you delete the entire, as you can see, it has this. It's gonna have a lot everything in here that we created probably. So if you delete this, it will delete the entire thing, so you won't be getting any charges for it in here. See, and then we're gonna copy this, put it here, and then I'll go ahead and delete it permanently. So friends, this is the entire process of log analytic workspace that I have showed you, and how that's gonna perform. Again, the process, it takes time to generate information. I wish I have the luxury to stay with you, but even if I put the videos on pause and come back, and it might takes over an hour or maybe 24 hours in here to generate the appropriate logs. But that's a gist of what's going on with the log analytics, how to create it, and then how to set it up, and how what's the career language is running and such. And again, I want to thank you for watching this. And as always, I appreciate your likes and subscribes. And if you have any questions, please shoot that and add it to the comment section. Thank you and have a great day.